Have you ever found yourself saying something lucky, then instantly reaching out to knock on wood? But where does this odd ritual come from? Is it just habit? Or does it have ancient roots tied to spirits, gods, and trees? Please subscribe now, help us to beat the algorithm. It's free and helps uncover even more secrets like this one. Thank you for your support. Now let's go back to our story. Have you ever found yourself saying something a little too confidently, then instinctively reaching out to tap a nearby wooden surface? Perhaps you've wished someone good luck and then, almost without thinking, knocked on wood. It's a gesture so common, so ingrained, that we rarely stop to consider its meaning. This seemingly innocuous act, a quick rap of the knuckles, is far more than just a quirky habit. It's a global phenomenon, transcending cultures and generations. From bustling city streets to quiet rural homes, the practice of knocking on wood is a silent, universal acknowledgement of fate. But why do we do it? What deep-seated human impulse drives us to perform this ritual? This video will journey into the fascinating origins and the enduring power of this particular practice, unraveling its mysteries. Superstitions, in general, are woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. We might avoid walking under ladders, cross our fingers for good fortune, or even feel a pang of unease if a black cat crosses our path. Broken mirrors are said to bring 7 years of bad luck, and opening an umbrella indoors is just asking for trouble. These beliefs, whether we truly subscribe to them or not, add a layer of intrigue to our existence. They offer a glimpse into the human psyche, revealing our hopes, fears, and our eternal quest for control in an unpredictable world. Among these myriad superstitions, knocking on wood stands out. It's a universally recognized gesture, a silent plea to the universe. It's a way of tempting fate, then quickly trying to undo the temptation. Join us as we peel back the layers of history, culture, and psychology to understand why we knock on wood, and what it truly means. Our journey into the past reveals that the ritual of knocking on wood has surprisingly ancient, even pagan, roots. To understand its beginnings, we must travel back to a time when humanity lived in much closer harmony with the natural world. Trees, in particular, held immense spiritual significance. Ancient Celtic beliefs, among others, revered trees as sacred entities. They were not just plants, they were seen as living beings, housing powerful spirits, deities, and even fairies. The rustling of leaves was believed to be the whispers of these entities, and the trees themselves were considered gateways to other realms. Knocking on a tree, in this context, was an act of communication. It was a way to awaken or honor these powerful, benevolent entities residing within the wood. People would touch or tap the tree to seek their protection, to ask for blessings, or to express gratitude for good fortune. Imagine a world where every rustle of leaves, every creak of a branch, held a deeper meaning. In such a world, a simple touch could connect you to the very essence of nature's power. This reverence for trees laid the groundwork for a practice that would endure for millennia. Another compelling scholarly suggestion points to a slightly different, yet equally intriguing, purpose. Some believe that knocking on wood served as a protective measure, specifically to ward off malevolent forces. If you spoke of good fortune, you might inadvertently attract the attention of envious spirits. A quick knock on wood, then, was a way to ground that good fortune, to make it less conspicuous to negative entities. It was a form of spiritual camouflage, a way to keep your blessings safe from unseen dangers. This dual purpose, honoring good spirits and warding off bad ones, highlights the complex spiritual landscape of ancient times. The deep connection between humanity and the natural world, particularly trees, formed the bedrock of this enduring superstition. It was a time when the line between the physical and spiritual was blurred, and every action held potential magical significance. As societies evolved and belief systems shifted, the practice of knocking on wood also transformed. With the rise of Christianity, the ancient pagan reverence for trees began to intertwine with new theological interpretations. The symbolism of wood took on a profound new meaning. The most significant shift was the association of touching or knocking on wood with the Christian cross. The cross, the central symbol of Christianity, is traditionally made of wood. Thus, the act of touching wood became a symbolic connection to this sacred object. It was seen as a way to invoke divine protection and blessing. If you spoke of good fortune, touching wood was like touching the cross itself, asking for God's grace to preserve that good fortune and ward off any evil that might threaten it. This reinterpretation gave the ancient practice a powerful new spiritual dimension. During the medieval period, this belief solidified and spread across Europe. It was widely believed that demons and evil spirits could not dwell in blessed wood, particularly wood associated with the cross. Therefore, a quick knock on wood became a simple, accessible form of spiritual defense. If you uttered a boast or expressed a hope, you might be tempting fate or inviting the attention of malevolent entities. A swift tap on wood was thought to instantly repel these negative influences, ensuring your good fortune remained untouched. It was a practical, everyday ritual for spiritual protection. As European powers expanded through exploration and colonization, they carried their customs and superstitions with them. The practice of knocking on wood, now imbued with both ancient pagan echoes and Christian symbolism, spread far beyond its original geographical boundaries. It became a common gesture in many parts of the world, adapting and integrating into diverse cultural contexts. This historical journey shows how a simple act can evolve, accumulating layers of meaning and significance across different eras and belief systems. While knocking on wood is widely recognized, its manifestation and accompanying rituals vary fascinatingly across the globe. This exploration of diverse global variations reveals a shared human desire to ward off negativity and invite good fortune, expressed in unique cultural ways. In Turkey and parts of the Middle East, the superstition takes a slightly different, yet equally intriguing form. When someone speaks of good fortune or expresses a hopeful wish, they might pull on their earlobe. This is often followed by a double knock on a wooden surface. The earlobe pull is believed to be a gesture of humility, acknowledging that good fortune is a gift and not to be taken for granted. The subsequent double knock then reinforces the desire to protect that good fortune, combining a physical gesture with a traditional one. Italy offers another fascinating variation with the phrase toccare ferro, which translates to touching iron. While wood is still used, the emphasis on iron is particularly strong, especially when discussing bad luck or potential misfortune. This preference for iron might stem from its historical association with strength, durability, and its use in protective amulets. It's a practical, grounded approach to warding off ill omens, reflecting a different cultural emphasis on materials. In Brazil, the practice is known as bate na madeira, literally knock on wood. It is used with the same intention as in English-speaking countries, to ward off negativity, prevent bad luck, or ensure that a positive outcome remains. The gesture is often accompanied by a verbal affirmation, reinforcing the speaker's intent. It's a common sight in everyday conversations, highlighting the pervasive nature of this belief in Brazilian culture. India presents a particularly rich combination of verbal affirmations and physical gestures. While not always involving wood, the concept of warding off the evil eye or nazar is paramount. People might say nazar na laj, meaning may no evil eye be cast. This verbal protection is often combined with physical gestures, such as touching one's own head or, in some contexts, touching a wooden object. The blend of spoken word and physical action creates a powerful, multi-sensory ritual for protection. These diverse examples underscore a universal human impulse. Regardless of the specific material, wood, iron, or even one's own body, the core desire remains the same: to protect good fortune, to avert disaster, and to exert some perceived control over an unpredictable world. Each culture has manifested this desire in its own unique way, creating a rich tapestry of superstitions that reflect local beliefs, historical influences, and shared human anxieties. It's a testament to the adaptability and enduring power of these ancient practices. Shifting our perspective from ancient history to modern psychology, we can begin to understand why superstitions, including knocking on wood, persist in our seemingly rational world. The human mind, it turns out, is wired in fascinating ways. One of the primary psychological drivers behind superstitions is the fundamental human need for control. In a world filled with uncertainty, where so much is beyond our direct influence, rituals like knocking on wood offer a comforting illusion of agency. When we perform such an act, it feels like we are doing something, however small, to influence an outcome. This sense of control, even if it's not real, can significantly reduce anxiety and provide a feeling of security in unpredictable situations. It's a coping mechanism. Another powerful psychological factor is the power of pattern recognition and reinforcement. If you knock on wood after saying something positive, and then that positive thing happens, your brain might create a causal link, even if none exists. This creates "it worked last time" effect, reinforcing the behavior. Even if the outcome was purely coincidental, the brain's tendency to find patterns can lead to the repetition of the superstitious act, strengthening the belief over time. Furthermore, the placebo effect plays a significant role. The belief itself, the conviction that knocking on wood will protect you, can genuinely reduce anxiety and stress. When you feel less anxious, you might perform better or perceive situations more positively. This reduction in anxiety can, in turn, lead to better outcomes, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. The power of belief is immense, and superstitions tap into this inherent human capacity for self-soothing and positive expectation. Superstitions also provide a sense of comfort and tradition. They connect us to a shared cultural heritage, offering a feeling of belonging and continuity. In a rapidly changing world, These rituals can be a grounding force, linking us to the past. Ultimately, from a psychological standpoint, superstitions are not necessarily irrational. They are often adaptive strategies that help us navigate uncertainty, manage anxiety, and find meaning in the randomness of life. They serve a purpose, even if that purpose is primarily psychological. The enduring power of knocking on wood is evident in its pervasive presence across modern pop culture. It's a gesture that transcends generations and media, solidifying its place in our collective consciousness. You'll find it everywhere if you look closely. Think about sports commentators, for instance. When discussing a team's winning streak or a player's incredible performance, they often instinctively knock on the desk or a nearby surface. It's a subtle acknowledgement of the fragility of good fortune, a quick plea to keep the magic alive. Celebrities, too, are often seen engaging in this ritual. During interviews, when speaking about upcoming projects or personal successes, a quick tap on wood is a common sight. It's a relatable human gesture, showing that even those in the spotlight feel the need to protect their blessings. From movies and television shows to everyday conversations, the phrase knock on wood and the accompanying gesture are deeply embedded in our lexicon and behavior. It's a testament to how deeply this ancient superstition has permeated contemporary society. This widespread presence in pop culture isn't just a coincidence. It reflects the universal human experience of hope, fear, and the desire for control. It shows that even in our technologically advanced world, we still cling to these small, comforting rituals. In conclusion, what might seem like a silly, outdated ritual is, in fact, a fascinating cultural time capsule. Each time we knock on wood, we are unknowingly echoing an ancient prayer, a primal fear, or a hopeful wish that has resonated through millennia. It's a reminder that humanity, across all cultures and eras, shares fundamental anxieties and aspirations. These simple gestures connect us to our ancestors, to diverse cultures, and to the very core of what it means to be human. So, the next time you find yourself instinctively reaching for a wooden surface, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and profound psychology behind that simple act. It's more than just a habit, it's a whisper from the past, a testament to our enduring quest for good fortune. Do you knock on wood? Tell us what superstitions you grew up with in the comments. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe to the Turkish Odyssey for more surprising stories from history, culture, and belief. Don't forget to share with that one friend who knocks on wood a bit too often. See you in the next adventure.